Welcome back, everybody, to the SBENU Star League 2015 live at the Nexon Arena. We got our final match here. It is going to be another PVT Dream looking to smash MyuNgSiK again, but can he cause the upset? That is the question.
Let's take a look at these maps. Bans for Dream are Expedition Lost and Bonnie. MyuNgSiK bans Iron Fortress and Cactus Valley. So we're going into 3 2-player maps: Coda, Terraform, and Echo.
Why does Dream ban Bonnie? It's kind of an interesting ban for Terran.
Probably because MyuNgSiK is so well versed in Phoenixes, I guess. Maybe he's expecting something like that. Maybe can't get the damage done.
Yeah. And I guess if you can't get that damage in the mid-game, the Protoss just sits back on 3 bases pretty nicely and can go pretty late from there. I don't think Dream wants that from what we've seen from him so far today.
This is definitely a Dream favored match. I think most people would expect him to win this 2-0. MyuNgSiK, man, he really wants. This is very clear. It's very evident in his emotions, even on the last Protoss. I think we're going to be seeing a little bit more standard out of him. Let's see if Dream goes hyper-aggressive like he did last time, or if he's actually just going to be hoping for the late game.
I think he can really do whatever he wants from this point. He's just the heavy favorite in my mind. But let's see what's going to happen here. Game number 1 on Coda.
Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it.
Up here in the top left, in the red, our Terran player, the only one in the group, it is Dream. Giving us the look.
His opponent to the bottom right in blue, desperate for a win here. The underdog, it's MyuNgSiK. Now anything can happen between these two aggressors in today's match. Both very, very aggressive, attack-oriented play.
Yeah, actually everybody today pretty much, except like Deer, I guess, has been pretty aggressive. You have Narain himself not taking many third bases in this entire day.
Yeah, the series between Rain and Dream was like pretty unique to Terran versus Protoss. There's just a lack of third base for either player in basically the entire series. Dream like even lifting his CC to the third base in the final game of that winner's match. Dream is taking gas here. Going to be doing a Reaper Expand. However, we don't know what the follow-up will be. I really would like to see, again, that third base sort of style from him. Doesn't feel like he's comfortable with it just yet, based off what we're seeing from him so far in his two-piece series. Of course, the first time these two played, there was never a chance for him to actually go to the late game because MyuNgSiK just threw himself at him and ended up dying.
Man against Protoss.
Yep, 1-1 so far. As Dream was able to beat MyuNgSiK, but lost to Rain.
Yeah, and he's asking about who Kanata thinks is going to win. Knowing Kanata, he'd probably say MyuNgSiK.
I feel like Kanata in recent times has been pretty standard with his hits. Now this is hilarious. It actually just says at the bottom, Death Rattle, to do 2 damage to your opposing hero.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
is the leper gnome.
There's no special text down there, though, is basically what I'm trying to say.
It just says Dream. I mean, it just says Dream's face.
It also is the same like text there in the card, so there's nothing really special.
Sorry, Dream, but this is reality.
I have a feeling that could be the same guy who was showing a beautiful art earlier.
I believe so.
Look at this aggressive Marine Scout.
Hello.
Sick
Like on
selfie.
the laptop.
I like that, actually. That's the best one I think I've seen so far. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to upload your selfies. This is an interesting scout to send a Marine rather than an SCV. It doesn't lose you any mining time. Also, if you ran into a probe scout, you could kill it. You would be able to deny it. Kind of a unique approach, and obviously since he skipped the Reaper, he's going to have a much faster factory, and MyuNgSiK is going for Phoenixes, as you were talking about, perhaps on Bonnie, as he might have been want to do. And is going to send the SCV now, looks like, to potentially eBay block.
Yeah, that would be my guess. He went up there, and I believe he checked the Nexus, did he, actually?
The Marine did.
Yeah.
And he's going to come over here now, and the Mothership Core will be able to deny this block pretty easily.
Yeah, but he scouts. I mean, that's a late Nexus, and this SUV is actually going to just see it.
This is such a sick scout.
Doesn't see what came out of it, but he can assume.
These next 2 Marines are so important. An Oracle can kill 4, but not 6. The longer he stays, the harder time he's going to have. Plus, there is a Widow Mine in the mineral line. Looks like he's going to reposition it. A lot of different ways to hide those Widow Mines. Not using the satellite dish, but in fact just using simply SCVs this time.
But at this point, I mean, MyuNgSiK's going to get a full scout of the base, and he will know that Widow Mines are out, so I assume he'll be very, very careful about going near that mineral line.
He knows that because this is a 1-basing Terran right now, that he doesn't have to get damage done. The damage is already kind of done by proxy of the fact that he's...
One Marine got away from the pack. You can't do that.
No.
You have to stick with your buddies.
Did do some damage to that Oracle, but now there's 2. And the bunker got salvaged. Needs to be careful. There is a medevac here, though, so I don't think he should commit. He's trying to, if any Marines, again, go away from that pack, like you said, you pick them off, or even the Hellion if it gets too far ahead. Look at that. He's protecting it here.
You got to use the buddy system here.
Yeah. Like the Hellion is in there. It's like the weakened caribou of the pack, surrounded by the Marines.
Ooh.
He even knows if those rocks are being destroyed now.
Nice. Nice little vision there. He's actually following up with a lot of Phoenix.
I'd like
to make more than one.
He's basically saying, my economy is better than yours. You committed to tech. You used it defensively instead of aggressively. And now you're in a position where you have to kind of sit back and either get further behind because you're not attacking, or attack, in which case I have the answer with these Phoenixes, and attacking becomes a risk. It becomes a liability. It's a great build. It's a great non-committal with these Oracles, just saying, okay, I don't need to throw these away. I'm going to constantly threaten with them. There's no turret in the main base. So, you know, simply an attack there, as he sees this coming across, could be great. He's actually going to just follow these and try to kill them with Phoenixes instead. Mothership Core with so much energy. If he does single lifts, the Oracles can fight this.
He could, but he's not paying attention. He'll just tag it and back off.
Looks like he was a bit concerned about this Hellion, which only gets 2 kills but damages a lot of probes. So many of those now in the red for this follow-up attack.
Photon Overcharge is going to be so important for stopping this. He doesn't really have much except 1 stalker outside of his air units.
I think Dream's been watching too many like Dare commercials, man. He's not getting any stim in this this group today. He's like, Widow Mines are my anti-drug.
Yeah, I don't know why he's playing like this. It's definitely different.
He's just super committed to these medevacs, you know, these Widow Mines, these Hellions. But it creates such a late stim that gateway units and even Phoenixes are such a threat to him. He can escape so easily from these Marines that have no stim. Now this is cool. If he tries to commit to lifts here, he could end up losing quite a lot. Now it's actually going to protect his drop. This is actually really nice. I like this a lot. And with no Zealots here, he's not going to be able to like bait those Widow Mines into hitting the Marines.
Yeah, but I think MyuNgSiK did see this, so he's not going to commit too much. I mean, he had an observer watching everything.
Yeah, I just mean it's like a zoning tool. Yeah. It's super cool in that regard. He's not going to be able to get concrete damage with this, but it buys him time to get his stim up and just run away.
Ooh, he's poking out the Widow Mines. One goes down.
This is the kind of super technical sort of harass versus defense that I like to see.
Yeah, these guys are definitely going to create a very entertaining game for sure. Wonder what the follow-up will be coming into the mid-game now as all this harass has kind of calmed down, hasn't really found the damage. They're tag going to come down in here. Will these guys try to play later game? Will Dream actually make a 3rd base, or is it just going to be 2 base versus 2 base once again?
Story of the upgrades is going to become an important one as time goes on. +1 is coming up here, something that Dream is, or rather MyuNgSiK is missing. However, I think he needs a 2nd starport. Phoenix count at 5. It's not continuing to make them right now. In fact, adding a ton of gateways instead.
Phoenix is on the hunt here. Possibly going for the mineral line, just going to try to get some economic damage, but are going to be out of position. But another nice tag there gets the entire army.
Okay, this Phoenix squad over here going to kill some Marines and kill the Vikings most likely. See if he pulls back that weakened Phoenix. Does not, but still a good trade. But the Phoenix is out of position. He's got enough for an overcharge and several Colossi here, plus the Oracles. And he knows this drop is coming. He saw it a mile away. The Oracles do get pushed away.
Yeah. No range on the Colossi just yet.
Look at this Guardian Shield, though, and Zealots to protect.
Just enough here, just with the 2 Colossi against only Marines.
Phoenix is, with this Observer, he knows that he's safe to just sit here, and he can just continue to camp this production. He's just killing Vikings for free over and over and over and over and over again. Can he kill Marines as they come out one by one as well?
Delay some production. You know, delay that second starport from getting down. It's always a nice thing if you can find it, getting those Phoenixes, or even like in TBT, getting your Vikings over your opponent's starports, stuff like that. But
this defensive play that we're seeing, Protosses are no longer, you know, really faltering against this early aggression from Terrans. This is why the meta is changing, and Dream is just simply not keeping up. You know, at first I was like, I like this because it's cool, because the meta has changed. He's trying to bring back those Widowmine, this drop aggressive type style. Maybe the Protoss players are playing too greedy. Maybe they're rushing those third bases. Maybe the robotics. It was out, but they just don't have enough units. They're taking damage to my pressure, and I'm going to get ahead that way. But if the drops get shut down, and you have no stim, you have no legs to stand on. The Protoss player just walks all over you, and by the time you actually have stim, you have your +1 attack, and you have some of these Vikings out, the Protoss has enough Colossi to deal with you, and in this case, plenty of Phoenixes to help support against the low Viking count. There are 4 Colossi, 6 Vikings. There's almost as many Colossi as there are Vikings, plus the Phoenixes. This is not going to be an easy attack to make. The third base is at the other locations, so Dream is not able to pressure that. Plenty of observers around the map. 4 observers, plus Phoenixes. Every move Dream makes. Keep in mind as well, all the tags we saw from the Oracles, the vision is immense here from MyuNgSiK.
Yeah.
Nothing that Dream does is unknown to him.
I wish more Protosses would do this. Just start off with Stargate, but not sacrifice their Oracle. Just, you know, save it for immense vision, a huge amount of even map control as well with the Phoenixes. He's not being very active with them just yet. Maybe he's trying to hide that he's making more and more to you know, try to take an advantage against Dream.
On my observing PC, I'm holding down the B key on MyuNgSiK vision. Look at how much vision he has on the map. He sees every reinforcement. He sees every unit leaving the base. He has an observer watching that. He has eyes on the army. He has tag on the army. He's got a preserver near his third base. No drops are ever going to get out past his eye. He knows exactly what's going on at every moment in time. And because he has Phoenix's Dream, knows that he has vision and can never try to go for a drop, or he'll just get shut down hard. This is his big opportunity here.
Yeah, let's see how MyuNgSiK reacts here to the pressure. Dream setting up now a really nice concave outside the third, and natural base is going to slowly bring some Marines over, start poking at that third, try to get the army out of position.
Exactly. He wants to draw those Phoenixes away from those Colossi. We're going to have an engagement. 14 Vikings here, a mostly Marine army.
The move command on the Colossi going straight into the pile. They all go down.
A huge mistake.
Oh, wow.
A huge mistake here. And this is a Colossus army that was just going to crush this if he had not made that mistake. Look at his face. That's GG.
That's a game-losing mistake. He just threw it away right there. He had a chance at holding that off. He didn't even have the worst position either. It was pretty decent. GG. One of them is big. That's wow. That's a demoralizing loss there from MyuNgSiK.
When people ask me, they'll get interviewed by a lot of people, magazines, organizations, whatever. Sometimes people write papers ask me, why do people play StarCraft less than they watch it? Why is StarCraft such a frustrating game? Why do people play MOBAs more? Why do people play, console games more? Why is StarCraft a game people don't play? It's because moments like this, you can be ahead in the game, you can have the proper